I want to win every game, but yeah, I feel like when you have like a teammate who's been somewhere else, you always want to beat the old team that you were with. Like I know that's how I felt last year when we played Jacksonville, and my teammates felt that from me, and they had my back in that game, and I kind of want to do the same for Bobby. And this week, and it's not even like you got any hate in your heart for the team. Like you actually have appreciation and love for those past experiences, but you don't want to lose to them. You know what I mean? So.
What's been kind of your read looking at film about Geno Smith this season?
He's been doing well, obviously. I mean, getting some good, easy completions, spreading the ball around pretty well. Just been having good command of the offense so far, but everybody around him is playing pretty well too.
Is it going to be strange not having Aaron Donald on the field for you guys?
Yeah, I would say so. He's been on the field every time since I've been a Ram, I think, so it would be different.
Does it put any more of an, I don't know, I know you're just going to do your job, but when you have a great player like that not in the lineup, does it make you have to try and do any more?
If it can feel like that at times, but like I can't play D line. Like I don't play his position, so just gotta trust that the D line is preparing and getting ready to do whatever they can to help the team out. So I mean, at the end of the day, like yeah, I'm gonna miss AD, but I can't really personally do anything about it, so I can't like truly worry about it.
In your time around Bobby Wagner this year, a lot of guys talk about how even keel he is. Is he that way on the field, or what do you notice most that makes him so elite?
Well, there's a lot of things that make him elite. He's a good player. I don't even think that whether his emotions at the game have anything to do with that, right? But yeah, I think he stays pretty. I mean, he stays the same most of the game. I mean, he shows some emotion. We talk a little bit, do a little something out there, but he stays the same most of the time anyway.
A lot of NFL guys have this elite talent, but does he do something extra, whether that's film study, whether that's any of that stuff? What do you see?
I wouldn't say a lot of guys have elite talent. You don't use the word elite loosely. That's not true. Like a lot of guys are good, right? But elite is like a different category. But he does have elite talent, right? A special ability. Like he's meant to play a linebacker position. Makes a lot of tackles, very physical, can get off blocks really well. Like all the intangibles, he's definitely elite with all of those. But yeah, he's a big film study guy. Like me and Bobby are kind of the opposite. Like Bobby would rather be in the film room a little bit more than I would. Like I'll do it just because that's what I have to do. But I like to practice. I like to actually be on the field and running fast and full speed and like feel the plays that way and get my body ready and practice in that way. And Bobby's like, I don't really need all of that. I can watch film and I can be ready to play. So I would say like film study is like his thing.
Everyone always talks about how consistent he is, and you kind of even alluded to it yourself. You said he's just the same, he stays the same. Even heard from people back in Seattle that like he'd eat the same thing for lunch every single day for just days and days and days and days at a time. Is there anything like that you've noticed about him that you're like, wow, you really don't change?
No, I don't really care or pay attention to what he eats. So.
Well, that was just an example. Larger question.
Yeah, no, I don't really pay attention to Bobby like that. Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't really give you a story like that. I don't pay attention to him in that way, I guess you could say.
Does it surprise you, knowing how consistent he is, that he just has these practice habits that he's had?
It doesn't surprise me with anybody who's been successful over a long course of time. They have like their routine that they trust and believe in, and they don't want to break that routine for anything or anybody. And that's what's made them great over a long course of time. So whether it's him or anybody else who you've been able to see be successful, that's kind of a similarity with all those people is kind of keeping their routine the same and not breaking it for anybody.
Jalen, going back to last week, I know you want to look forward, but what's that to you about that performance, especially in the red zone? You guys stopped that team, very explosive team, pretty often.
It was cool, I guess. We lost, so I mean, I don't really like. I don't take moral victories at all. Trust me, like at all. Never, never have. Never. That's never been me. So I don't really care.
You guys like appreciate the effort of like, it's a lost season and you're going to Arrowhead and guys came out to play.
I would hope so. Yeah. I mean, that's just like that's my mindset. It's like I would hope we would come out to play and be ready to play. And I don't know. I don't really take moral victories. So I hope that answers your question. What's up?
I know you're your own toughest critic, but how do you evaluate your play this season?
I don't know. It ain't over yet. So we still got 7 games left. So it ain't over yet. So I can't really evaluate it yet like that. I mean, obviously I evaluate like every single game. And to me, like if I mess up on one play in a game, like that can change my grade to an A to an F. Like I don't really have an in between. Like it's not like, oh, I played okay, like I played a C. It's like, nah, either I played well or I didn't play well. Like that's just how I am on myself, right? So yeah, there's been a couple games where like I've had a play that's gone bad, and regardless of all the other plays that went right for me during the game, like it doesn't really matter. I wish I could have had that play back. And I'm not saying like I've never had a perfect game. I ain't saying that at all, right? But that is what I strive to do every week is like play perfect in whatever sense that means for me. Like not what that means for other people, but whatever that means for me. Like what perfect is for me, and how it's going to affect my team and my teammates. So I don't know. Maybe one day, like I'll actually break down like how I view my games and what I think about certain plays and whatever, right? But I don't know. Like right now, I can't really say like, oh, it's going this way or going that way because it's not over yet. But once it's over, like I'll evaluate it and I'll let myself know like whether it was good enough or not, or whether it was up to par or not. But we got 7 games left, so if I play perfect in these 7 games, then I'll probably look back and say, damn, that was my best year. But if I go out there and I play, I'll probably be like, damn, that was my worst year. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I am. Like I know I still have a lot of time to go ball and play and make a huge impact and do good things. But if we're like going over specific games, then some games I play A ball, some games I play F ball. Like it's no in between for me. Like it's not like I don't really look at a game and say, I played all right. Like it's probably like a C. Like no, I just play. I play good. That's all. That's how I look at it for myself. And whether that's right or wrong, and whether that's whatever, like I don't really care. Like that's how I do it. You know what I mean? I've been successful in my career doing it that way, so I'm gonna continue doing it like that for myself.
What's it like to watch film with you?
Last one.
Is it like mentally painful for you to watch film, knowing like, hey, this one play that's been in my head all week is coming and I have to watch that again, or do you see it as like, okay, but how can I grow from this instead?
Well, I watch the film like right after the game, and then I watch it again on Mondays with some of my teammates. So I already know, like, I'm my toughest critic, right? Like, I already know my corrections before a coach has to say anything to me or my teammates have to say anything to me. That's just how I am, right? So, like, going over it in film don't bother me because I already went over it, like, probably 10 times in my head already. And I don't know, just, like, the nature of, like, I'm tough on myself, but I'm also, like, I'm a realist. Like, and the nature of my position is, like, I can play a really good game and have a lot of impact on the game where it might not show up in the stat sheet. But if I get beat on one play, like that's the one play that's going to stand out, right? And like I really take that into account, right? So like, okay, maybe it may not have been as bad, but at the same time for me, I'm like, yo, that's the nature of this position that you love to play. So if that one play is a big play, then yes, you play today. Like that's just how I think of it in my mind. And yeah, like I don't break myself down. Like obviously, like I'm confident every time I step on the field. No matter if I just got beat for a bomb, like the next play I'm gonna line up and I'm still gonna be the same confident person, right? So I don't really. I hope I'm answering that the right way. Like just like I don't really, just like my standards and what I think about my performances is probably very, very, very different than what other people may think about it. but that's just who I am, and I feel like that's one thing that's led me to be as successful as I have been in my career, and I'm gonna just keep pushing myself in that way and keep challenging myself to do more and be better and play those perfect games that I'm striving for each and every time that I go out there. And when I look back on it, whether it went my way or it didn't go my way, I'll be proud of just my mindset and how I worked hard and how I tried to affect my teammates and how I really pushed for perfection. So that's really what I'm going for, is to make, the Lord proud, my family proud, my teammates proud of like my preparation and my mindset and how I handle my business.
All set?
Thank y'all.